Okay, for this one, we're going to be looking at good ults. The first half of the game, I played Psylocke, and I started to get mad because I was doing my job at Psylocke. I can't carry on Psylocke. I'm not good enough yet. But I was getting mad because I was like, the only reason I'm losing is because my team has no. It's terrible on the front line, and there's no space. And without space, I can't flank, and without flanks, I can't get kills. And then my stats look bad, so they blame me. But I digress. For the first half of the game, I was just like playing Psylocke, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'm actually going to lock in. And then I switched to Fantastic because I knew our front line was weak, and I was like, we need help on the front line. Like, look at this. Look at this. 3 DPSs. I think Magneto was banned here. Yeah, my own stupid fucking team banned Magneto. So I couldn't play the other tank. And I didn't want to talk to this guy and ask him to switch so I could play Strange. So I was like, let me just play with Fantastic. Either way, on Fantastic, I have more freedom of movement. I don't have to be in the front line. I could establish off angles. And I knew my DPSs are ass, so I could also do that. Okay, whatever. Uh, let's go to the first ult. This game I did some really good ults. Not necessarily because they all got kills, but because they all had the intended purpose. And they all led to team fight wins. Hold on, we got an ult here. Alright, let me go. Where do I get this ult? Let's see. 53%. I die here. Top speed, so I just gotta hurry up. Fantastic gets his ult really fast. So you don't really have. If I'm teaching people how to play Fantastic, Fantastic gets his ult really fast, so don't be afraid. So think of what you're going to use it for, and then when you get that opportunity, don't be afraid to rip it. Like it's really good for baiting out support ultimates because if you bait out the support ultimates with Fantastic, chances are by the time you get your ultimate again, they don't have it, even if you use it at the same time. So 83, helping my front line here because I know my team is ass. Got to pick. They use a support ult first. I am so happy. Nobody had to pressure them. Like this is why I say that everybody's bad. Like there was no reason for her to pop her ult here. They were getting pushed back, but everybody's at full health. Whatever. I'm at 91. I'm thinking, let me charge my ult. This guy pops his ult during. I just can't. I just can't. He did get somebody. He got Iron Man, who was in the air, so I don't even know how I got him. My Invis does ult because she sees they do ult. There was no need for her to do it either. Now, what am I thinking here? This is not Neymar. I can't insta kill somebody even if they want to ult, right? I know that for me to do my ult, I need to get out their support ults. So I'm getting choked by Emma right now, and I know I'm fine. But the point is, I'm thinking, okay, in order for us to have the advantage, I need that Luna to use her ult, right? Like more than anything, because I know that Jansel has ult, and my Invis just used hers. So if we could somehow get hers to use hers first, then ours will last longer because Jensen will counter her towards the end of hers, and it'll last longer, and then we'll win the fight. So my job is to get her to do that ult. Now I have two ways of doing it. I could either A, use my ult, or B, be a good player, go over here, punch the shit out of her, and either force her to die or use it. Which one do you think I do? Right. So look. So I walk past the tanks, ignore him completely. Just ignore him for completely. Get in my big form, and then just focus her. Bang, bang. Force your girl. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful work by me. Jensen comes over here for some reason. I don't know why, but welcome aboard. So now they use both their support ultimates. I have my ult. What am I going to do? I'm going to back off, right? I get into my small form and so I get back shot to get out of there. Keep my team alive because if my team dies, then I can't use my ult. Jensen saves him. I give him back shots, give him overshield. Now, I know this ult is about to run out. Watch this. Bang. I know it's about to run out. Look, she's even running away because she knows that. And now I just set up my team to win the fight because I did two things. Number one, I forced Luna to use her ult without using my ult, right? And then as soon as it ran out, I ripped mine. I didn't sit here and wait for the perfect opportunity. They don't have support ults, like, and I know they're in a bad position. It's time to rip it, right? Especially something like Fantastical. I don't have to be in an off angle to do Fantastical because I can move in it. With Neymar, I have to be like up here, right? With Fantastic, I could be in Timbuktu over here and then start hopping, right? So again, this is one of those scenarios where know your ult, because I know that I can move with this. As soon as that runs out, I could pop it. I don't have to be in the perfect position. Boom, kill, right? I get one kill, I think, right? Technically, I get one kill. But let's be for real. Did I not put in work there? Did I not put in work? Again, like I in this game, in this match specifically, I'm only keeping track of support ults. I forced the Luna one to come out, and once hers ran out, I used mine, and then we easily won the fight. My whole team is alive, right? Because I don't want to say because I played that correctly, but I did the correct options for that scenario, and that put my team in a position where we won kind of easily, kind of easily, honestly. Okay, next ult. 88. Let's move up here. No, I use it here. I use it pretty quick. Let's see why. Speed it up so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I die. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. 86. My team is resetting here probably, right? Oh, Jensen got destroyed by, I think it was an Onk. He was so mad about that. He was like, dude, how'd you kill me so fast? I was like, bro, it's Moon Knight. So I'm at 91 here. I know they have their support ultimates. Let's see how I play this. I remember playing this bad for some reason. Let's find out. A lot happening. Okay, I have my ult pretty much. Time to plan out for it. I know they have support ults, so ideally, I want to bait them out so that way my support ults come out first, right? Either using my ult or whatever. When Moon Knight hits me, I want to make sure I have a good amount of health before I do my ult. Right? I'm not gonna do it at low health. That's just not smart. Look, I'm pushing up. I'm pushing up, making space here. My cap got a pick. For some reason, so I knew my cap got a pick, and I was like, "Oh, it's go time." I don't know why Jensen ripped ult here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it was a bad ult. I don't know why he did though. But again, I can't say his ult was bad because I did it at the same time as him. So you could equally say like, why did I rip my ult? So in reality, this was a miscommunication on our part. I should have either said Jensen, I'm gonna ult here, or whatever, and he should not have comboed with me because if Luna ults, which she did, she's gonna counter both of us, and she did. Like our ults effectively did nothing here. So my idea was pretty good, right? Bait out the Luna ult, but unfortunately, the miscommunication with my teammate means that we both ulted, and we both. Let's say my ult would have been a 10 out of 10 because I did it with Jansel. We both did 5 out of 5 ults. We basically split the value in half, which is not good. And I basically got nothing out of my ult because I comboed Jensen at the wrong time. Let's see what happens here. I probably die or something. There's no way I live here. I'm all the way in the back line. Yeah. My Invis does ult here. When she did ult here, I was like, what the fuck is she doing? My Neymar probably terrible. He gets nobody. Yeah. At least they used 10 trillion ults for no reason. But yeah, if for example, if I didn't miscommunicate with Jansel and we properly communicated who's going to ult there, we would have at least one of our ults right now, right? And they would have had no support ults or anything. We would have the ult advantage with ours, and maybe Strange's. We could have comboed with Strange. Like if Strange would have had ult, and so would I would have been bouncing in there while they were stunned. Jensen would have done the same thing. He would have teleported to him and started stomping on them as whatever her name is. So that's another thing. Like you could overlap support ults. You could also overlap DPS ults for no reason. It definitely should have been one of us, not both of us. Let's see the next one. I think the next one was pretty good too, if I remember correctly. I think this one is like my favorite. This one was really good. I was like low-key hyping myself up after this. I was like, oh, wait, hold on, that was fire. I don't even think I get any kills. I just do something right. So my Captain America is being terrible, right? What's the plan over there, right? Like the car's over here. Remember when I explained to you guys zones? Where's the zone? The zone is like back there, and bro is in Timbuktu, wasting time, and maybe getting himself killed. I just whatever. Establishing an off angle because I'm on Fantastic. I'm not playing a tank. If they follow me, great. If they don't, even better. Let me give him some overshield because I know he's bad. Okay, 92, 93. I'm paying attention to my ult charge. I'm not just... And Fantastic, this guy's just walking up with a shield up. These people are terrible. I just can't be in Diamond anymore, bro. It's making me it makes me hate my life. Their Moon Knight wastes their ult, and I'm really happy about that because now we don't have to waste a support ult on that. Now, watch this. What are you doing? Why did she do that? Oh my god. Nobody is in there. There's nobody there. Cap is the only one there. There's nobody. I just don't understand. She didn't do it on the point. She didn't do it on them. She didn't. She just did it for no reason. Jensen is on the point. Thank you, Jensen. Okay, why did I ult here, guys? Why did I ult here? Again, I'm keeping track of ults. I know in my mind they have both of them, right? I can't actually see the percent charge, so in my mind they have both of them. Why did I ult here? Why would I want to ult here? If I know they have support ults, why would I want to ult here? Because I'm trying to bait it out. Why do I want to bait it out? Because we just wasted a support ult. I need them to waste one of theirs soon, like ASAP. So I'm like, I waste. So so I have my ult and I realize, okay, we got to bait out one of theirs because we just wasted one of ours. So I want one of them to waste. I need them to waste one of their ults. So I get in there and I start bouncing on it with full health. Full health, by the way. I didn't go in there half. I didn't go there with a quarter. Full health. Right? And I'm aiming for one of them, right? I guess I aim for Luna here. I didn't even know Luna had ult. Look, going straight for Luna, nobody else, just going focusing on Luna. And as soon as she pops it, look at what I do. As soon as she pops it, number one, I'm baiting out the support ult, so I know I'm not going to get kills. I know I'm not going to get kills. So what do? As soon as she pops it, on my 5th bounce, I get out of there. There's nothing else for me to do. My goal has accomplished. That was a 10 out of 10 ult. Right? I just forced them to waste one of their support ults on one of my dog shit ults. Right? Whatever. She does her ult to save the Captain America because the Captain America's terrible. All right. Now we have the advantage. I think we're running triple support here. But either way, she popped hers, so now their Invis is gonna pop it. Exactly. Boom. Invis popped hers, and now we have Jensen still, and we have Caps. Good play by me. And it's one of those things stats don't show. Even though I'm ace, like nobody's gonna have any idea why I ulted there, but it was a good ult. Disappear, and now Jensen does his. And now when everything runs out, we're gonna have the advantage. Hopefully. We should. Yeah. So even though my Invis wasted her ult like a fucking stupid dummy, I managed to salvage it by getting us even by getting her to waste her ult. Good ult by me. And then so just a preface, our Invis wasted her ult. Ideally I would have wanted to use it, at a different time, but I have to work with what I got. And what I got there was a wasted Invis ult. And I realized, okay, if I want to win this game, I got to make sure we're even in support ults. Let me go waste theirs. So I did. And then, even though hers was wasted, we're running triple support, so we still had 2 to match there too. So it ended up working out really, really well. And again, fantastic. Fantastic is really good for beating on support ults because he gets back his so fast. Look at this. 8, 18, 50. And I did mine before the Invis and before the Luna. He gets a lot of ult charge. That's what makes him useful. But again, he's like a utility character. He's not a kills character. He's not a stats character. I guess he is in this scenario, but you get the idea. 99. We're in overtime, right? There's nothing for me to save my ult for. So as soon as I get my ult, I'm obviously 99, 100. Okay, time to ult. Time to figure out where I'm going to use it. At 100, now overtime, I know they don't have ults. I know they don't. Why? Because I charge my ult faster than them. Fantastic is nice like that. So my plan here is to bounce on them so they either die or they have to heal each other and they don't heal their team. Let's see what happens. She's running away instead of healing her team, which gets her killed, and then she dies. Really good play by me. Really good. Right? Now they have no healers. Why did I do that? Oh my god, look at the respawn times. I wonder, it seems like they scale sometimes. I'm going to look into it eventually. But anyways, why did I ult there? I knew they didn't have them. That's simple answer. I knew they didn't have their support ults. How did I know? Because I'm paying attention. I'm keeping track. And because I knew I didn't have them, I forced them to either heal each other or die. And in that scenario, for some reason, they chose to die. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm done going over ultimates. Now, here's the thing about ultimates. They're extremely, extremely nuanced, right? Every ultimate is better in a different scenario. And there are times, even for me, where I'm like, I have no setup here, but I have a gut feeling this is going to be a really good ult, right? Listen to your gut. There's nothing wrong with listening to your gut. Don't listen to your greed. That's what will throw you games. When you're like when you see six people and you're like, oh man, I can't wait. Or when you're winning a fight, it's a 6v4, right? Let's say you killed both their supports, and you're like, oh man, they're all stacked up at half health. Let me drop a whale on them and get 4 kills. And then you get the 4 kills, but you already won the fight. You're just wasting ult. When I see stuff like wasting ults in that scenario, like I just described, I get so tilted. I get so tilted because that guy's gonna think he's nice. Meanwhile, he truly did just waste his ult. Um, Anything else I want to talk about? Eventually, this is like to me, this is still 101. Eventually, I'm gonna go over like the difference between utility ults, off finisher ults, and then what's called combo starter ults. Those are most ults fit in one of those three categories or somewhere in between. And depending on what category you're in, is how you should use it and when you should use it. I'm not gonna get into that in this video, but I hope you get the a good idea of like what good ults look like and what bad ults look like. Good ults look like they have a purpose, right? And if even if it's not kills, like some of my ults that I did with Fantastic were not for kills, right? But Fantastic can do that. Not all his ults have to kill. Neymar's a different story. You gotta your chances are you're gonna try to kill somebody with him, right? That's why I wanted to go over two different characters. But the fundamentals were there for pretty much every ult, right? Or at least for the good ones. I had a target. I kept in mind whether it had support ultimates or not, and I made a decision based on that. What else? Support ultimates, had a target. I lived. I didn't get myself killed. And yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. All right. I think I'm gonna end this video here. And all right, so I hope nobody, I hope nobody wastes ultimates anymore, right? I want to see people, set up properly. So even if you're not gonna get the 6 kill, you at least get one, right? And you set up your team for a 5v6, so that's good enough too. You don't need to kill 6 people. You just need to set up your team for the win, which is what I did with every single ult. I wasn't trying to get kills necessarily. I was just putting my team at an advantageous position. All right, that's everything. Goodbye, guys.